Okay guys, I've had enough. Any new content I produce, somebody new finds me, or I go live on TikTok, I get bombarded with the same question. What is the tube? By the tube, it's this flexible acrylic tubing which is attached to the side of my headset. The tube, which goes into my mouth while gaming, commonly gets mistaken as a oxygen tube or gamer juice. But no, I'm not that sad where I need a drink attached to my headset because I'm in a heavy gaming session. When in reality, the simple answer is it's an input device. So let me get my nerd brain out and give you the definition of an input device before I jump in and show you how the tuber actually works. An input device is any hardware device that sends data to a computer, allowing you to interact with and control it. So in short, your keyboard and mouse are perfect examples of input devices. So how does this device work with no visible buttons like you would find on your keyboard and mouse? The answer to that question is simple. It works through my breathing. The tube goes all the way from my headset to a box underneath my desk. This box underneath my desk detects a signal from whether I'm sucking in or breathing into the tube. The device under the desk then sends that signal to my computer. With this signal, my computer uses a software called Joy to Key, and I then change those two inputs into a key binding depending on whatever game I'm playing. A great in-game example of this is in Modern Warfare 2, where when I suck into the tube, it carries out the right-click keybind, which scopes into my gun. And then when I blow into the tube, it carries out the C key binding, which is my crouch within Modern Warfare 2. Prior to getting this accessibility device, I would really struggle to play games which required a high number of key presses in quick succession, as my hands don't have the required dexterity. So where did I get it from? And the most important question when it comes to accessibility devices, how much did it cost? I got the Sip and Puff device from an online shop within the UK called Origin Instrument, and I've added a link to their website in the description. So initially the device cost me £270 excluding VAT because I have a disability, which alone is expensive when you think I'm only gaining 2 additional inputs in a sip and a puff input. But unfortunately, a major downside is that the device isn't a USB plug and play if you use a PC. The device uses a stereo audio jack, so you have to buy the adapter for this device in order to get it to work on PC, which unfortunately costs another £80. So altogether, you end up spending £350 if you are able to be excluded from VAT due to a disability. However, if you can't, it will cost you 20% extra on top of that. But I think it also works on an Xbox adaptive controller. So if you have one of those, you should be able to plug it in and use it exactly like you would a normal other Switch. And also, if you're lucky enough to still have an audio jack on your phone, who has those, you might be able to use this as well as like a little input button and input device, but I've not looked into that. Those of you that have seen earlier footage of me using this device when I first got it, you realize it looks a bit different now compared to when I first had it. There's a reason for that, and well, it was bloody uncomfy, the headset they provided when it arrived. They provided this crappy little wire headset, which I don't even know how you meant to fit it on, but it was too tight around my head, and I've got quite a small head, so I was like, I need to fix it somehow. So what we've ended up doing, and this is the biggest downside of the whole device in my eyes, because when you spend 270 quid on a headset device, you think it would provide a reasonably comfy headset that is easy to wear and easy to use. But no, they provided this crappy little wire thing, and it was shit. So we ended up breaking it apart and sticking it on my headset using Sugru, and now it works perfectly and it just sits on my headset amazingly. That is the biggest annoyance of this device. I don't know how people wear it just like that and have it there for however many hours they want to use it for. Either I was wearing it wrong or it was just purely designed. On all my setup, this is actually the first device that I've bought which is purely designed with accessibility and disability in mind. So I'm going to start a series where I'm going to run through all the other devices I use and basically rank them of how accessible they are and probably how bad they are, but also how good some of them are and ways I've managed to adapt them. So if you want to keep up to date with that, make sure you like and subscribe, guys. I've also got a Discord, which I'm going to include, so you can ask any questions you might have about accessible gaming, me, just gaming in general. And I also stream 3 times a week over on Twitch at twitch.tv/WallsiesTGP. So you'll be able to see all my gaming and accessibility stuff in action there. So I will see everybody later, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good night, guys. Or good afternoon, whatever time you're watching. Ba ba do da ba ba da do da ba da 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 ba da da ba.